This, the 8th video in the series, starts at Blackfriars Bridge and follows the River Thames before turning inland at the Houses of Parliament towards Buckingham Palace. There's a link to a map of the route below. From Blackfriars Station, head along Victoria Embankment towards Westminster. Until well into the 19th century, many properties along this section of the river had gardens leading to the water's edge. It was decided, however, that a road with a railway beneath would better serve the city, so work commenced to produce what we have today. Shortly after Unilever House, the statue of a man between the old City of London School and Sion College buildings is called Taxi. Originally hailing from Park Avenue, New York, it was transferred to London in 2014. It's from this side of the river that the Oxford Towers window design in the form of an advertising logo can be fully appreciated. About 100 metres further along, it's possible to discreetly enter the grounds of the Inner and Middle Temples, where most of the buildings house offices of legal professionals. The church there, which dates from the 12th century and featured in the Da Vinci Code movie, is usually open to visitors. Leave the embankment at the next junction, following the road as it bears left past 2 Temple Place, built for the Astor family in 1895, and now an art gallery which opens to the public when hosting exhibitions. A cabman shelter, one of many built in the 1860s to provide food and drink for horse-drawn hansom cab drivers, is situated just beyond the entrance to Temple Station. Returning to the riverside, past the arched facade of Somerset House, once the site of a Tudor palace. The pier by Waterloo Bridge, constantly manned by Royal National Lifeboat Institution volunteers, faces the London Television Centre and National Theatre across the river. Continuing under the bridge, the Queen Elizabeth Hall and Royal Festival Hall then come into view. Standing at the water's edge between 2 admiring sphinxes, Cleopatra's Needle, quarried in 1450 BC, was after a delay presented to the UK by the ruler of Egypt in 1819. Slightly inland, the Savoy Hotel and Chalmex House provide a backdrop to the statues of Pleasant Victoria Embankment Gardens. Adjacent to Hungerford Bridge, which is flanked by the more recent pedestrian Golden Jubilee bridges, the Embankment River Bus Pier is within walking distance of both the Embankment Underground Station and Charing Cross Mainline Station. The gardens continue along the front of Whitehall Court and Ministry of Defence buildings, until reaching the famous rotating sign outside New Scotland Yard, headquarters of the Metropolitan Police. By Westminster Pier, the statue of Queen Boudica, whose army once burned London to the ground, faces the Houses of Parliament. Turn away from the river, where a narrow and often crowded Tesco Express store is an enticement for anybody in need of reasonably priced refreshment. Straight on, beyond Whitehall and Parliament Square, nearby St James's Park, at least in fine weather, is a popular venue for picnic lunches. Continue towards Buckingham Palace past Wellington Barracks, where the changing of the guard ceremony commences. Bearing right past the facade of the palace, walk a short distance along the Mall to the edge of Green Park, then follow the footpath leading beside Lancaster House and later Spencer House, which is owned by the family of Diana, former Princess of Wales. At the end, Green Park Underground Station is the nearest to Buckingham Palace. The next stage of this walking tour of London passes through Mayfair, Hyde Park and Knightsbridge. Click the link to see the video.